Hello. Now, I know a lot of a lot of the messages I put up recently have been very negative. There's one now which I want to put up which is quite positive. There is a demonstration of a growing resistance, a vocal resistance in Russia to the war that is developing in the Ukraine. So, and it's a resistance which is developing right at the top. There's a man called Mikhail Matveyev, who is a Duma, a parliament member, and he's written today, he says, I voted to recognize the DNL and the LNR, that's the two Donbas regions, for peace, not war, for Russia to become a shield, so they would not bomb the Donbas, not so that we'd bomb Kiev. Now, this is a fellow called Mikhail Matveyev, and this is a development on something that Oleg Smolina, who is part of the Education Ministry and a Communist Party member, he wrote in Vkontakte, which is the Russian equivalent of Facebook, and he expressed concerns. He didn't go as far as Mikhail Matveyev. So Mikhail Matveyev is a very, very brave man. He rubs up against the seat of power, and he's prepared to say that he did not vote for war. We know that Facebook has now been censored in Russia, but at the same time, Facebook has also taken a move and said that it will not accept any advertisements from the Russian government, from the Russian state, to promote its aggression. 10 newspapers so far have been censored, and in Russia these include things like Media Zona, the New Times, Novaya Gazeta, and they're censored specifically referring to the special military operation in the Donbass as an invasion, an attack, or a declaration of war. You're not allowed to say these things. You're not allowed to call this war a war or an invasion or an attack. So there is growing vocal dissent in Russia, and this is extraordinary. We also know that the universities are resisting the clampdown to silence the students. Now, the university laws were put in place in October last year, which if I had still been in Russia, I would have had to have submitted all my lectures to a central office before I actually gave them. I would never have submitted to that. So that law alone was a signal, was a signpost that this war was coming. Mr. Putin has put all his pieces in order, but I don't think he anticipated that people would be prepared to stand up to him. A lot of people have been arrested, but this hasn't stopped demonstrations in Russia, and it certainly hasn't stopped the trickle of information out of Russia and the trickle of information of absolute disapproval from people, as I say, who are increasingly quite high up. They're part of the political elite. So I think we can take heart.